Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Riches. I am Geoff Kudlacz, aka Jeffrey Dollars, and today is one of my most favorite days in a house flipping business. It is big reveal day. We got the house finished, it's brand new, everything looks great. The paint, the fixtures, the flooring, it all works, it all flows. Now, we weren't able to actually shoot this when it was officially finished because we went ahead and put it on the market, and we had such a high demand for this house and for our type of product that we are able to produce in my house flipping business that it went under contract immediately. We had multiple tours, multiple offers, most of them over asking price. And we'll get into all of that here in a little bit, but first I want to take you inside and kind of show you exactly how we did it, the scheme that we chose, and how the end product looks. So it's starting to rain. Let's go ahead and get out of it and go inside. First look at the after of this house. Renovation looks great, and as we're walking in, we have to step over the old fence post kind of trash. The neighbor had brought it to my attention a couple days earlier. I couldn't get my contractor out there quick enough to remove it, so he decided to be passive aggressive about it and uproot all of the posts himself and just place it right at my front door. It's been wonderful working with this guy. Just never ceases to amaze me, the type of product and the attention to detail that goes into every product that we create, that we always turn when we're flipping houses and we give a new homeowner, a home buyer, a great place to live, and we're making money while we do it. So first things first, we're standing here in the main living space. We went ahead and just lightly staged it just because we had this extra furniture. Yeah, I don't normally stage my houses because I think it's a waste of money, but my real estate agent had this extra furniture. She was like, hey, can I just put this in to kind of brighten the place up a bit and show a buyer where some furniture could go? And I said yes, so she did. We did have the hardwood floors underneath that we went ahead and refinished with a dark walnut stain. Buyers really like that. It shows well once the house is super clean. We've got the white walls, the white trim, and the white window treatments as well. We also have some black hardware that we've kind of situated throughout the house. But the main selling point is over here in the kitchen behind me. And we were able to accomplish a lot in this kitchen because one thing that we really didn't have to do is we did not have to replace the kitchen cabinets. So we saved not only money on the labor costs, but the material costs as well. And we were able to stay within our budget. All we did is we painted everything a bright white. We added some new hardware, and then we also went ahead and replaced the countertops with we didn't have to go high end, super high end with like a quartz or a granite. We just went with a laminate that looks like a marble hardtop countertop. And so we've got the white subway tile diagonal backsplash, hardware, black hardware here, and then we've got the stainless steel appliances. So we were able to maximize this space and really increase the value and create the highest amount of value for the lowest amount possible. And I always talk about that in my videos, that is the main goal of a house flipping business, is create the most value for the lowest amount of money possible. It was such a good idea and decision to refinish the kitchen and kind of just go all out and really complete the finished product feel and look with the backsplash and the countertops, because I'm extremely confident that that is what led to the overall feel and us getting an over asking price on our resale value. All right, so we've got all the counter space, tons of cabinetry, tons of storage here in the kitchen. And then in here is the utility closet that's got the washer and dryer hookups. And then we've also got the hot water heater and the furnace as well. So we didn't really do anything in here. We just kind of covered it up, cleaned it up, and made it look really nice. It already had a high-end, working, very recent HVAC system, so there was just no need to replace it. And honestly, it added to the value of the house and it would have been a waste of money to replace it. We've got our pantry in here, and then we weren't able to, since we were keeping the kitchen cabinets, we weren't able to raise the cabinets a little bit so that we could have a microwave. So the homeowner's gonna have to have a countertop microwave or some sort of convection oven or similar product if they want to be able to reheat the food. So the stainless steel appliances, we just, again, we added some new hardware to the existing kitchen cabinets, and everything turned out fantastic. So the kitchen is one of my favorite parts of the house, but we've got a little bit more to show you. So let's go ahead and go down the hall to the bedrooms and the bathroom. Okay, so this is not a very large house at all, about 1,000 square feet, and we've got 3 bedrooms. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. We've got a bedroom off to my left, one off to the corner, and then one right behind me, and then the only bathroom of the house is off here to my right. The typical buyer for this house is a single buyer or maybe a single mom or dad with kids. Definitely not a large family because there's just not enough room. If you have a small family or you're just a single person buying a house, it's a great option for you because you have kind of everything you need. It's one level and it's fully renovated. So standing here in the only bathroom of the house, we had to change the scope of work as we went through, but that's what we have a contingency budget for when we do it on the front end. We didn't really want to touch a lot here in the bathroom because we didn't think that we were able to have that translate into higher dollars on the resale value. But turns out after a little bit of research, we went ahead and went with the tile, the subway tile, diagonal herringbone shower surround. We were able to keep the existing tub, so we saved a little bit of money there on labor and material costs. But other than that, we had to add new fixtures, flooring, paint, and then the vanity is brand new as well. The toilet is brand new, so everything in here except for the tub is brand new. Just like the kitchen, we had to pivot and adjust our strategy, our renovation strategy in the bathroom as well, because where do people spend the most time? Kitchens and bathrooms. And so we really wanted to equate to the highest sales price in the neighborhood and the surrounding area, and we were not going to be able to achieve that had we not touched the bathroom. This house is in a fantastic location. We had multiple offers, multiple tours, and we accepted an offer that was higher than our asking price, which means that our scope of work was 100% on target and we did everything correctly. So this is the bathroom, and I'm trying to kind of paint a picture of how we're able to evolve our scope of work as we went through. But let's go ahead and go down the hall and check out the rest of the bedrooms. So one of the challenges that we ran into with this house is that we received an FHA offer on the house. And FHA guidelines state that you cannot buy and resale a house in under 90 days. You can only sell it on the 91st day. And so since our renovation only took 4 weeks, we received an offer, but we had to wait another 6 weeks to get closer to that 91-day timeline. So we went through all of the due diligence. In this case, the buyer was taking it as is with no inspections, but then we re-signed a contract on the 91st day so that the new contract starts on the 91st day, and then we're able to close 2 weeks later to abide by the FHA guidelines. One thing also to consider with your FHA timeline guidelines is that you have to account for 3 months worth of holding costs no matter what, because your timeline is 90 days and you have to go 91 days. So really you have to build in an extra half month, full month of holding costs for the house just to sit there. But it should equate to a higher sales price because you have that amount of holding costs built into the offer. Bedroom number 1. So if you guys remember from the before video, this sliding door was here. All we did was remove the decals that were on here and we painted it white, made it look nice, and the buyer just thinks that this is an added feature of the house. Even though it was already here, we didn't really have to do anything. So in here, we went ahead and put down the carpet, changed out all the outlets, we did a paint scheme, and then our fixtures above. So we did that for each one of the bedrooms. So this is bedroom number 1. And then we've got the master bedroom over here because it is the biggest of all 3 bedrooms. So it's got a decent sized closet in here, but no bathroom. So it's only the bathroom of the house is the one that I just came from. And so since this does not have a master bathroom, it still is the master bedroom. So this is going to be where the homeowner is typically going to stay. So we've got bedroom number 2, and then over here to my right is bedroom number 3. And so we pretty much did the same thing throughout all of the bedrooms because there really wasn't much that we could do in terms of having it equate to more dollars on the resale value. So this is a 3-1, about 1,000 square feet. It's on a slab, which means that there's nothing underneath us. There's no basement or anything. So that is really the tour of the house. In this price point, you don't need a massive renovation in the bedrooms to make it the highest and best in the neighborhood. All you need is, paint, good fixtures, carpet, call it a day. All right, guys, so now that we're done on the inside, I want to show you exactly what we had to work with and kind of the solution that we found on the outside. So before, this had a see-through fence that you could actually see the shopping center behind me and kind of see the neighbor's yard and the traffic. It's close to a main road, so the traffic noise was a little bit louder. So what we did is we installed a fence all the way throughout that avoids the commercial stuff, and then it really cuts down on the noise. So adding a fence created a lot of perceived value for the homeowner, because now they don't have to worry about kind of seeing all that, and they can really enjoy the space out here. The yard, we didn't really have a ton to work with or a reason to do too much back here. Yes, I know the backyard needs to be mowed, but you know what? It's been raining for a month straight and we can't get to it. We just want to give them a nice clean backyard, and that's kind of what we did. And then we've got the detached garage over here to my right. All we had to do in there was just clean it up, paint it, add a new opener, and call it a day. So pretty much very minimal work out here. And really that's all we did on the outside in the back. But now we can go ahead and see the front a little bit, and I'll talk you through exactly the type of colors and choices that we went with there. It does have a carport, so you can have multiple cars parked here, get them out of the rain and the elements and everything. And then it also does have the garage and the 2 sheds in the backyard for additional storage. But what we did here in the front is that we just painted this white kind of picket fence over here just to make the area pop a little bit. And one thing that I always like to do is that if the front porch has posts on it that have like an overhead roof right here that are holding it up, what I like to do on my renovations is I like to replace them with this cedar tone kind of 4x4. It really just adds like an accent element to the front yard and to the curb appeal. And so it just kind of creates that emotional response as the buyers pull up, they see everything's looking good, and they say, hey, that post over there, it's kind of out of the ordinary, I like it. And so they go in, it just gives them a very good first impression before they see the overall tour. So it's actually starting to rain right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the rain. We'll go inside and talk about the numbers a little bit, and I'll show you exactly how this house turned out for us. So let's go. All right, guys, so that is the tour of the entire house, and I'm super pleased with how everything turned out, as I am with all of our renovations, because we don't cut corners. We always have great attention to detail, and we always have a very good finished house when we're done with it that the new buyer can be proud to call home. So this house, like I told you in the beginning, this house went under contract the very first day that it was on the market for over asking. So we bought this house for $130,000, and we put $30,000 worth of work into it. It's not a very big house, so it didn't require a lot of renovation work. And then we listed the house at $200,000. After a day on the market, we received an offer for $235,000 for this house. $35,000 over asking price. So after closing costs and commissions, all of our holding costs, our renovation costs, all of our costs, we stand to make a profit of almost $60,000 on this one house, because that speaks to the quality of work, that speaks to the location of the house, and that speaks to the market. When you buy right, when you renovate right, and then you sell it right, you have a better chance of achieving a very high resale price. So that's the tour, that's the numbers, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We've got many more houses coming out, many more videos. If you like this, go ahead and like and subscribe and comment what was your favorite part in the video. But I've got another house to go by, so I'll catch you on the next video.